Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new to my channel, my name is Caroline and I'm so glad you're joining me today. Today we are going to be doing my first ever book tag. I am new to YouTube, y'all don't know me very well, so I thought what better way to get to know me than to do a quick little book tag. I have about 15 questions that I've written out and gotten from just the internet, and I'm going to answer them so you know me a little bit better, know my book taste a little bit better, know what I like to read, what I recommend. And it's gonna be books from way back when I started my reading journey all the way up to now. So books you've never heard of, and just a lot of random little facts about me. Before we hop in, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you know when I post, and so you can come back and check me out for my other videos. We're gonna hop right into it. The first question is the author you've read the most books from. And I was a little bit disappointed when I found this one out, but it was Frida. I've read 9 books from Frida, which is crazy. That is crazy. I'm actually reading The Crash from her right now. I don't like it so far. I'm very early on into it, but I really, really dislike it so far. I think I might, like, Frida might be losing me. Her books are coming out so close together, they're coming out so quickly, and I feel like her writing is getting more bizarre every time she puts out a book. So, like, the turtle thing and the coworker, and then there's something in this book. She calls the baby in her stomach tuna all the time, like baby tuna, and she thinks that this embryo in her stomach is speaking to her. So I'm listening to the audiobook and there's like an unborn child's commentary from the mother in this audiobook. It's just bizarre. Like, why do you need to add those elements to a thriller book? Is lost on me. It's lost on me. So I don't love Frida that much anymore. I'm trying to make Harlan Coben my most read author this year. I would ideally like to get through like 10 of his books. I just don't know if that's going to be possible since we're 6 months through the year already. Second question I have is a book I'm ashamed that I haven't picked up yet. And okay, y'all don't hate me. Don't hate me. But this one's going to be Beach Read by Emily Henry. I actually haven't read any books by Emily Henry, which I know is insane because I've been reading since before 2020. So actually bonkers, but I'm planning on picking up one this year. I'm hoping Happy Place. I think that's the one I'm going to start with. But yeah, I haven't picked this one up yet. Also, one that I haven't picked up that y'all are going to be shocked because I just showed it was The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. For 9 books, out of the 9 books I've read from Frida McFadden, one of them has not been The Housemaid. I've not read any of the Housemaid trilogy, and I honestly can't believe it because that's like the one Frida McFadden is known for. I just haven't picked it up yet. The whole like maid thriller trope has never been one of my favorites, and so I think that's just what's keeping me away from that one, but I'm hoping to get to it in the next couple of months just to say that I did it before I give up on Frida McFadden. Next, hardback or paperback. I always will be a paperback girly. I have gotten into hardbacks more this year. This top shelf is all my hardbacks, and then I have a lot of nonfiction in hardback. And I will say they have grown on me for sure, but I just love a paperback, and not the mass market paperback, like the true, normal size paperback. I also really love reading on my Kindle, so you'll find me a lot of times reading on my Kindle. I love reading my ARCs on my Kindle and stuff like that. I feel like I get through books so much quicker, but I also love annotating. So that's why I love reading in paperback too. Mood reader or TBR reader? If you've watched the videos on my channel, you know I'm a mood reader. with a little bit of structure, I like to give myself like choices and options and still randomize it, if that makes any sense. I like to pick out like a few books I would be interested in and then having somebody or something pick for me because I'm indecisive and I need help with basic decisions. So I am typically a mood reader. Like this week, I am 100% mood reading just because I need to get back into reading. I'm in a little bit of a slump. So I've been just picking up books that sound good to me. In the past, when I pick out a TBR, I typically don't stick to them very well. So I do like to pick them out. I think they're fun, and I think a lot of times they give me a good, guiding path on what I'm going to read for the month. And I normally pick up like a quarter of the TBR that I pick, and that's okay because reading is for fun and I don't want to stress about it. So I would say both, but I'm definitely more of a mood reader. My last 5-star read. My last 5-star read was Love at First Sighting by Mallory Marlowe. I did a whole reading vlog on it. Go check it out. I'll put the thumbnail right here and the link down in the description. Definitely go check that one out. It was one of my favorite videos to make, and I really underestimated this book. I'm not going to give very many thoughts on here, but it was amazing. Definitely check it out. An unpopular book that I love. I'm going to say The Last Session by Julia Bartz. This one just recently came out. I got sent the ARC last year. I got sent the Writing Retreat ARC when it first came out, which is this author's first book. The Last Session has a 2.99 stars on Goodreads, and I gave this book a 5 to a 6 star. It was one of my best reads of all year last year. I found very little wrong with the book. I felt like I had just gone on a literal trip, if you know what I mean, and in the best way possible. I cannot wait to get my hands on a hard copy of this book so that I can annotate it and reread it every few months, because I need that type of chaos in every thriller book I read. It's cult based, it has cult aspects. It is truly mind-bending. Things that I never thought someone could think up, Julia Bartz thought up in this book. It was just immaculate. I remember I had to take a full 24-hour break between the ending of this book and picking up another book because I was that just thrown and that entranced and involved in the atmosphere still. I felt like I was still in the book after I closed it. And in my opinion, it was impeccable, and there's nothing that I would have added or taken away from that book. But it may not be for you. It probably isn't, because look at the Goodreads rating. I am clearly the outsider on this one. But if you tend to like the books I like, and we like this same kind of thriller mystery with religious undertones, you're going to like The Last Session. Just read it. Just know it is crazy. It is crazy. Okay, my drink of choice while I'm reading. I'm normally either drinking a Celsius. Duh. My favorite flavors are Oasis Vibe, Mango Passion Fruit, and the new Kiwi Strawberry. Unmatched. And then if I'm not drinking that, I'm drinking sweet tea because I'm from the South. Hello. Series or standalones. This one was really close for me. I would say I was a series person. I loved reading series when I first started reading books and getting back into reading. I was really only reading series at the time, and now I don't really read any series, and I think it's because I'm more into thrillers and horror and sci-fi now, which typically are standalones. So it is more rare to read or to find series in those genres, but I do enjoy reading series if they're good. If they're not good, I'm not going to stick around for a 10-part series. But if it's a good series, the Salacious Players Club or whatever that series by Sarah Kate is called, that series, I will be around for it all, forever, every book of it. But in Harlan Coben's Myron Bolitar, it's 20 books. I'll be around for all of them, okay? If they're on 12 now or 15 now. I'm going to be around for every single one. So for those series, like, I do really love them, but I would say I typically go for standalones more. Favorite genre? I mean, obviously thrillers. Generally, my favorite genre is mystery thriller. I will say, typically I go for either domestic thrillers or some kind of religious thriller or religious horror, like The Unworthy by Augustina Bazterrica, The Last Session by Julia Bartz, An Honest Lie by Taryn Fisher. Books like that, those are like my favorite types of books. Black Widow's the one I recently read. It's like a mix of both of them, domestic and religious thriller. And what could be better? What more could I ask for? A book I always recommend, I am going to say The Wife Before by Shanora Williams. This is one that I would tell anybody who's starting out in their thriller reading journey to pick up. It is multimedia, mixed media. It is super easy to digest. It is a good blend of several different genres, which I think is really helpful for people that are transitioning between genres to try a book that maybe mixes some of the genres they read. And Shanora Williams is one of the best authors I've read yet at doing that. She mixes the drama of romance and the mysteriousness and complexity of thrillers together in the most beautiful way and the most digestible way I've ever seen. And The Wife Before is probably my favorite one from her. It is just packed with drama. It is entertaining. I really, really enjoyed it, and I would 100% recommend it if you're trying to get into the thriller genre or the mystery genre and you're just not sure about it yet. A book you read because of the cover, I'm going to say A Serial Killer's Guide to San Francisco by Miss Michelle Chouinard. It's such an adorable cover, and really the book didn't disappoint. It was really cozy, really adorable. It's exactly what you expect based on the cover, and she's coming out with her new one this year, and I can't wait to read it. They're lighthearted, they're not serious, they're just easy to read, and they're a good time, just like the cover. Next is my favorite author. This is like my favorite authors. I think y'all know them by now if you've watched my other videos, but definitely Harlan Coben and Hazel Jacks. Hazel Jacks is by far the most underrated author I've ever come across. I don't even know how I came across her. I think I was scrolling on Amazon one day randomly years ago, and I happened to find her book Saltaire, and I ordered it off Amazon randomly. I never heard anything about it. It had like no reviews on Goodreads, but it sounded so good. I picked it up, and it destroyed me, and she hasn't written any other books except that trilogy, and she's still so under-recognized. But please pick up that book if you like second chance romance and true heartbreak and you want to cry in a book. And pick up the other two, because the second or the last two in the trilogy are the best two in my opinion. Like, they are so good. I cried in each one. They're just amazing. So Hazel Jacks is my favorite romance author, and then my favorite thriller author is gonna be no surprise, but it is Harlan Coben. When I found Harlan Coben, my reading life changed forever. I always saw his books at like every major chain store. He's been one of those authors that's been around for a long, long time. And I was not going to pick up one of his books because, like, when I picked up James Patterson, I didn't really like his books very much. I didn't really enjoy them. And so I kind of wrote off Harlan Coben with James Patterson. But when I found I Will Find You by Harlan Coben, I truly have not read thrillers like it since. And every time I see Harlan coming out with a new book, I get so excited. And I got sent his ARC this year, and it really did, like, make me the happiest person. It was so exciting, and I really have just had so much fun reading his books. My favorite romance trope, definitely Second Chance. Second Chance is, like, by far my favorite trope. I don't think anything comes close to it. I also really enjoy age gap romance and sometimes age gap second chance, but definitely second chance. My favorite romance books are Saltaire and Before We Were Strangers by Renee Carlino, and they're both second chance romance books, and I just haven't had a trope like ever beat out second chance. No author has ever written any other trope better than second chance. Okay, the last two. Do you annotate? I do annotate lightly. I really don't write in my books because I like to resell them or give them away to people or let people borrow them. And so I really only write in the books that are like my favorite all-time books, but I do love to put tabs in my books to go back and be able to find my favorite quotes and stuff like that. I love sitting down and like color matching my tabs to the books I'm reading. It's one of my favorite things to do before I pick up and start a book. So if you like to annotate, please let me know in the comments what you like to do, or if you have any tips and tricks on some fun new ways to annotate. I'm always looking for cute new things to add into my reading routine and the little things I do with my books and my journal. So let me know in the comments if y'all have any good ideas. And let me know if you want to see a video on how I annotate and why I annotate and what it's added to my reading experience. I think that would be a really fun video to make. And last but not least, my last question is my favorite and least favorite books of all time. So I have two for each. My favorite books of all time, you will not be surprised, they've already been talked about in this video, is Saltaire and I Will Find You. Two unmatched books. I haven't read anything like them before. I don't believe I will for a very long time. I've had some get close, but these two just can't unlodge themselves from my brain. They're stuck there forever. They live there rent free, and until they move out, they're gonna be my favorites forever. And to end the book, or to end the video on kind of a sad note, but my least favorite books of all time are Mad About You by Mari McFarlane and The Other Woman by Sandy Jones. That's going to conclude my book tag for today. I hope y'all got to know me more in this video and learned a little bit more about my overall reading taste. Thanks for sitting down and hanging out with me today. Remember to be kind to everybody. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.